Welcome to the Summers Woodworking Show. It's Season 5, Episode 6. Today we're going to be talking about woodworking bucket lists. Pretty much what kind of bucket list that you've created that you've never been able to fulfill and something that you wanted to get done. First, we're going to start with roll call. I'll start with my lovely co-host, Charles Deering.
I'm the backup co-host because the lovely one ain't here. But thank you, Brian. I am Charles Deering. I go by the Charles Deering on Facebook, woodenvisions.com, and I believe all my social media links will be there. But just in case YouTube isn't mentioned, I go by Charles Deering. Technically Charles Deering Scroll, but if you put in Charles Deering, you'll see the wooden scroll-on logo. That's me, by God. Thank you for having me, mister.
All righty. And next we have Chris.
Yes.
Hey guys, Chris Ahern here from the Old Cranky Workshop. You find me on YouTube and Facebook under the Old Cranky Workshop. And I know I've been saying it for a couple weeks now, but there is a video coming, I promise. I actually worked on it last night.
You've been saying this for what, 3 weeks now?
I know, man, I know. But you know, I get a real paying job that takes me off the property 50 hours a week. So
this is not the Rusty Nail Workshop. This is the Old Cranky.
He got us on that one, though, Brian. I mean, I miss being able to work on them.
If I had a few hours more at home a week, I would have a couple out by now. But I leave there at 4. I don't get back till 6. So
yeah, I hear you.
Stuff is the last thing to do at night. So, but anyways, here's a couple coming. I just gotta get an evening where I can sit down and do the editing. So.
Is it getting warmer where you're at?
It is. The shop door is open. It's a whopping 64 degrees right now.
Holy cow. I noticed you're wearing a jacket.
No, it's threatening to rain, though. So
it's raining for 3 days here.
I'm watching some stuff on the tailgate of my truck that's drying. If I step away real fast, it means it started raining, I gotta get that stuff inside. So.
You're more than welcome to come here and put on a nice wet towel and cool off.
No, I'll pass. There's a reason I live up north. So,
all righty. Next we have David.
I'm David with DLG Woodwork. I'm about 6'4", according to Charles Deering, and most active on these DLG Woodwork, David Jones. Thanks for having me on the show, brother.
Yeah, anytime, man. And we have Jerry. And I guess you don't want to talk.
Do we have Jerry?
He don't have his headphones. He's not prepared. He's busy.
We forgot to mention our sponsors, Geritol, Viagra, and Billy's Nursing Home.
What is he doing? Mama.
Mama. Where's this show going, Brian?
Okay. Next we got Russ.
I'm trying to figure out what that is myself. Looks like an ice cube.
Oh, Lord.
What is that? Got on a stick, man. What are you doing? Was he sticking a glass on there? This is mental.
Anyway, Russ.
I don't even want to guess. That's a water bottle. Go ahead, sorry.
Please stand by while we have our technical problems.
All right. In between those technical problems, I'm Russ from Rust and Nails with a Z Woodshop. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, a smidgen of YouTube, and glad to have you.
Smidgen. That's Southern talk right there. There's a smidgen over there.
Okay, Jerry, what are you doing?
Thank God you got it in.
Okay, that's my echo shield. Keep the sound off the microphone.
That works. It looks mental, but it works, by God.
Jerry from Polly Wants Crafter in a water bottle.
That is working. What?
That's too cool. It almost looks like an ice tunnel thing.
It looks like I'm looking through somebody's shot hole.
Yeah, he started a new trend now. We all gotta fix that.
Yeah, nice.
Thanks to Dave Gatt and Katie Dotson, Jim Brashears, and a couple others in the outside chat. Back to you, Brian.
Mental as usual.
That'd be me.
Okay, we also have Robert Evans. Cool.
Yes.
Cool. And Katie
Roberto.
Dotson.
Neither of which showed up in Atlanta.
All right. Good to have you guys on the show. Anyway, let's get to the bucket list. Is there anything that you've wanted to get to building but never have?
On a serious note, Brian, I've been wanting to be able to build. And okay, it sounds like I'm trying to be funny, but I can't build crap without plans. Otherwise, it's rickety. I don't, what's probably second nature, simple for most people that build things. I have to have plans or I don't have any confidence in it. Maybe that's because I don't have enough practice. But okay. But if we're answering the question, I would love to be able to build one of those entertainment centers that fills up the whole wall, or a built-in.
Oh yeah, one of those build-ins.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Absolutely. You got a haircut, by the way.
What kind of wood would you make that out of?
God, there's so many pretty woods, but you got to think of what's brittle and what's not. Maybe walnut, but our living room walls are painted maroon, and most of the decor is either maroon or brown. So maybe walnut, maybe something slightly redder, oranger, if that's a word.
My favorite is dark cherry.
That's beautiful. I love aromatic cedar, but that stuff's so brittle.
Yeah, that stuff's too soft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely love the colors of it, though, but that's just...
Oh, yeah, especially when you put a nice coat of lacquer on it.
Oh, yeah.
It's just...
Plum party-fied, I tell you what.
Yes, sir. And Chris.
And me. Okay, so my wife and I were just discussing this morning about I've wanted to do an addition to the shop since we moved in here, but it just never was in the cards financially, or are we staying here on the property? We didn't know. So it's on topic right now. So it's in the conversation again. So it could happen. So I want to double the size and get a clean room in the back, so I don't have to wait for warm weather to paint and stain outside.
Oh, okay.
And also have a little space to build a 4 or 5 seat bar. So we'll see. But as far as other projects, I don't know. I got a whole list of things I want to build, and I will eventually. I just don't know when I'm going to get to them. So probably after retirement, which is a couple more years away. So.
Okay. Sounds
good. But the addition of the shop with already have plumbing out here. I just have no sink running. There's already water line that runs from the house out to the garage. So it'll have everything: bathroom, sink. It works. We'll see. So it's coming down the line, somewhere down the line.
Okay.
Brian, for what it's worth.
Yeah, I'm going to get to it, Charles.
Oh, you don't even know what the heck I'm talking about, baby.
Over in the chat section, they're noticing that slow mode is on.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I'll get to it, Charles. Okay.
I set that up so I can see the chat a little bit faster, meaning I'm slow.
I'm the same way, baby.
So I want to make sure that I get to everybody's questions. If this is a big problem, I'll change it up next week. Just let me know.
I think it's a great idea, personally.
Just let me know in the chat section if it's too irritating, because I aim to please.
But he's nasty to his co-host. I'm getting to it, all right?
All right.
Well, you read my bloody mind.
See, we're so synced that I don't need you to talk.
I'm just here for the looks.
I'm typing as slow as I can, Dave says.
It is nice to be able to keep up with it, so I think it's a neat idea. I need to figure out how to do that when I start my show back up, which I'm going to try to do next Friday.
Yeah, righty, cool. Let's see. He says, I'm typing as slow as I can. And Katie says, me too. Yeah, we can't read, Jim. I'm sorry. But I'm learning. Okay, back to business. David.
There's the unmute button. All right, I got it.
I'm getting
my
to it,
first-
David.
My first bucket list item would be a sculpted Maloof rocker. Just all the different joinery and the shaping of the wood that you'd have to do to it to make something like that. So just like real high end furniture piece like that. That's kind of my bucket list. But also, I just want to do like a viral video. Not necessarily have a viral video so I can get a bunch of views or whatever, but make like a furniture piece, cabinet or table or anything cool enough that everybody's like, hey, you got to see this.
Yeah.
So those are my two kind of bucket list items. Simple, right? A Maloof rocker and a viral video. That's all I ask for.
And Jerry.
Okay, well, my big bucket list items, unfortunately, I have a list about a mile long, but the top two would be the ones I've been talking about the last few years, R2-D2 and the captain's chair from Star Trek.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh, I got to see that.
Now, Russ.
I can't beat the captain's chair.
Yeah, no.
That's just out of the question. But you know, I don't. I'm kind of like Charles in the respect that I got to have plans to be able to do something. I can't just go off the cuff, which I wish I could. There's a lot of guys out here on these hangouts and groups that can go right off the cuff and just start making the crap, and I just can't do it that way. But my wife is asking me to make her a kind of like an end table for her chair, recliner, where she puts stuff. She wants me to do a nice one for her, so that's one of the things I've got to do. The main thing for me would be great if I could get it done. Would be to build me another shop and tear down the two that I have. And I've got a 20 by 20 concrete pad out there that was an old garage, and I've got two shops sitting on it, and I really can't do much of anything in either one because they're too full. And I'd like to be able to put up a metal building right there and be able to use all that space. That'd be perfect for me.
It'd be cheaper, but I tell you what, as far as noise goes, if it rains, you won't be able to record.
Well, if you go look at my my YouTube channel, there's not but a 2-minute video on it in the first place, so I don't do much of that.
He does a smidgen.
I does a smidgen.
But Russ, I don't think we're giving ourselves enough credit, because I think a lot of people started out like us and needed plans. But I mean, there again, some people probably learn from their dad, granddad, or they just have common sense. I'm not saying you don't, but I know I struggle.
There's absolutely no doubt about the lack of common sense on my side. My wife tells me that every time.
We brothers from another mother.
Been saying that. Got the same name too, by God.
No, I admire people who can. I think Andy Berkey, Izzy Swan, those are two names right off the bat that design and build furniture, and it just amazes me.
That's thinking Trevor Carter's one of the ones that I think is pretty stinking good. I always ask him when he puts something up. I said, "You got some plans for that?" He said, "It's right in my head." I said, "Man."
Yeah, I forgot that, because I used to think he went by plans, but yeah, he's also very good.
I'm sort of the same way. I usually draw it out first, but I don't really make a measured drawing. I'll rough number it. I'll say, okay, 38 inches high.
I'm the same way. I can't write down plans and follow it to the rule.
Yeah.
Usually.
Dog agrees.
I can draw the plans. I just can't make it work. I can say what I want it to look like. It's the actual construction part that I have a problem with.
You got to put the
You should
magic.
work for the government.
Diddle it. There's I know a bunch of folks use SketchUp. I'm very, and this is, I know I'm leaving myself open for Jerry here, but it's very hard for me to learn programs. And Jerry has helped me many times in the past for many things. He lives about 45 minutes away. But anyway, hello, Bubba Hogue in the outside chat, and also, but where was I? Programs. SketchUp is a free program, and people that get a hold of that and can, what's the word I'm looking for? And can gather what it's saying and teaching, then there's your thing right there, because it has rollers. You can measure and tape all kinds of stuff. It's a good tool to use, but I don't know how to use it. That's just me. But there are free tutorials out there for anybody that's interested. I'm on the YouTube page.
Would graph paper just help you? I mean, it's already lined out.
Well, yeah, it could. It just with me, the main struggle is the premise of making something structurally sound. And I know that sounds again second nature to some people, but
Right.
there's tips and tricks of how to make things structurally sound. But
Start with the base, work your way up.
yeah, I mean, one time my brother and I built a picnic table, and we overbuilt it because that thing we kept building until it stopped being rickety, and that thing could fall off the back of a truck and knock a hole in the road. But by God, it lasted. It's still around.
Let's see. Yeah, as far as plans go, heck, by the time I draw up the plans and everything, I can have the thing built. And usually if I go by plans, I'll end up missing a step, and I'll end up screwing myself over. And I don't know. I just take it step by step. I know what I need to start with, and I know what I want it to look like.
Yeah, I built a shelving unit for on my porch outside my front door to put gardening stuff and stuff like that in. And I didn't use plans. I just kind of drew it on a piece of paper and kind of measured out what I thought it should be. And I made it out of cedar fencing. And I just, cut the fencing down. And to me, it came out pretty good. But when I look at it, it almost makes me want to go cut a half moon door. It looks like an out.
Brian,
Let's see.
don't yell at me again, Brian. I'm just asking if you're watching the chat, because they don't like the slow-mo for future reference.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to change it.
I don't know if it can be changed in real time since the show's already started, but
Yeah.
that's the feedback thus far. So.
But yeah, I'm looking at it, and I
I'm
can't
gonna
change
tell
it.
y'all something. Y'all just cut me off, kind of aggravating.
You gargled out there, Russ. Usually when that happens, we just start talking to fill the air.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, I built an outhouse. How about that?
There you go. Yeah, you keep dropping off. I can't see your picture either, but I'll live
Well, I
with
can see all of y'all.
it. All right,
Oh, Russ was talking?
Oh my God. Here we go. It was nothing important, believe me.
Hey, I got
Outhouse.
Brian.
What are you talking about an outhouse for, Russ?
Oh. Y'all a question, or am I still garbled?
Yeah, I hear you now.
I was saying that I built a shelving unit, a storage compartment out there on my porch for gardening equipment and cleaning supplies and stuff used on the vehicles and stuff. And I made it out of cedar fencing. And I kind of was talking about plans and stuff. And I drew up the plans on a piece of paper with measurements and stuff like that. And I made it off of that. And it came out pretty good. But every time I look at it, like I said, I put it on that just like a house would have. And to me, every time I look at it, I want to go cut a half moon in the door. because it looked like an outhouse. But I did that straight from plans.
What is David doing?
I don't know. He's got a half moon right there.
I don't want to see the full moon.
I'm done.
You're done?
I'm done.
I can't stay focused.
Russ, for what it's worth, your audio does gargle in and out, so we start talking. It's not because we're interrupting, it's because we don't hear you talking.
Okay, I'm gonna have to fix that.
And for the people on in the outside chat, it was an experiment tried. The feedback is noted and appreciated, and it will be fixed next week. But I hope you understand why it
Yeah,
was tried.
I'm not gonna put the slow-mo on anymore. I'm also going to try to let's see, what's the settings for that? Let me look here.
Well, they do say all is forgiven. They still love you. Now, for me, I don't know if they love me anymore, but I got you back, boy. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Let's see here. Added delay. No, I'm going to optimize it for low latency.
I don't even know what all that means.
That means there won't be no lag as much. Otherwise, I can optimize it for less viewer buffering. And I don't think that's the problem. I think we're having low latency. And
It just says slow mode. I don't know anything about all that technical crap.
now I'm trying to find out where the slow-mo is.
It's right here. Sorry. I wonder why I have so many friends.
Okay, save changes.
You have friends, Charles?
Okay, slow mode is off. Y'all babble up.
Is it off?
Yeah, it says slow mode is off. Chat away.
Okay, cool. I took it off.
Yes, I have a couple friends, Dave. I thought I had 3, but you just proved me wrong. Okay. Slow mode is off. Y'all babble.
Yeah, there you go. See, I aim to please.
I think it's off, but that or they just gave up
Yeah,
typing quick.
it says it's off.
Well, hey, I had another woodworking.
You're all naturally slow.
You could
Chris,
smart ass.
you're
David
so
got
mean.
Let him talk. Hold on. Let him talk.
Go ahead, David. Sorry, sir.
Is this thing on? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Sadly, yes, we hear you, sir.
I'm from Arkansas, in case you couldn't tell from the accent. But I'd like to drive down to Arkansas, down through Texas, and back up through Oklahoma, and then back over across the state to where I live, like a woodworking road trip, and go visit like the cool people I know in Texas, like Brian and Jerry and us. And
You say cool people. What the hell?
No, it's another burn aimed at me. If you were paying attention, he didn't mention my name. That's fine. My shop smells like an ashtray and doesn't look much better than one. So if you don't want to come by, I see how it is. I thought we were cool, but that's fine.
No, but I really want to do some kind of road trip like that, like make like a vlog style video or something else. Just kind of go meet some woodworkers, maybe do a couple like 1 or 2 day builds or something like that. I think that'd be a really fun trip.
Kind of like the Southern woodworkers are doing.
Kind of like who?
Southern woodworkers.
Facebook.
I didn't know they were doing. I didn't know they were collab.
Well, I keep up with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't keep up as well as I should, but to give credit to at least 2 people I know that are doing it. I don't know how to pronounce the guy's last name. He goes by Charlie, and it looks like a Polish or Russian last name.
Kokorik?
Something like that. I have no idea. I believe that's it. But I believe the original dude that did it was Ron Buchanan, and I think the only reason he stopped was vehicle issues. But those channels are worth looking at. They have. Matter of fact, Ron Buchanan came out to see Brian back when Brian lived in New Mexico.
I believe you've seen Jerry too, right?
Break it down.
Yeah, I'll check those out. But I think it'd be a fun trip to see some of you guys.
Yeah, Jerry was another one. He came and saw me, but it was too dark by the time we recorded. and my wife was recording and tripped over a rock, and it was kind of funny. but we had fun. I mean, if nothing else, we built a wishing well out of landscape timbers. But back to, I don't want to steal your dream there, David, so keep talking. I mean, if you can handle an ashtray smelling shop, you're more than welcome to come visit.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely be by your shop, brother.
Buy it, maybe not to it, right?
Do what?
I said either were you. Well, I was saying buy it or not to it or what. I'll pass right by it, Charles. In answer to Jim, she didn't laugh. I turned purple. We had to turn the camera off because when she tripped, it just totally. Because we were trying to play it off, but she basically almost fell on her butt, and then tried to keep her cool and keep recording, and I lost it. And it was done. It was too dark to do anything else. Anyway, back to the show. But I like that idea, David. I wish I could afford. I would give my left arm to have an RV and do that constantly.
Yeah, and that's not really like for me. It'd be like a one-time kind of trip. I'm not trying to build a channel around it or do it, all the time or anything. But it's a one-time kind of trip like that would be fun.
Absolutely, and I mean, my family thinks I'm okay. I know y'all can say, well, we all do. My family thinks I'm weird for wanting an RV because of why? Well, okay. And I know people are sick of hearing about my anxiety, but an RV is kind of like a moving house. If I start to have a panic attack, I'm in control. I can pull over, sleep in the RV. In a car, you're kind of stuck.
Yeah.
But I mean,
too many people here. I'm freaking out. I'm going to get in my house and drive off.
Well, it's not so much freak out, but yeah.
I'm with you, bro.
But yeah, I just think it would be neat because you're not pressed for time. You're not having to pay for hotel rooms, and I know Russ knows how that feels. It's just, I think there's a lot of benefits to it, and there again, it doesn't have to be the reason for a channel, but I think the experience for any one of us would be beyond words and beyond value.
Well, like I was saying a while ago, the Southern Woodworkers have started this up. They've already done one where they got together and they do a little build, and they're taking it. I think Zach's is hosting one in June, about a week or so from now. I think that they're going to take what they started off in the first lollygag. They call it the shop lollygag. And they're actually taking whatever, I think they're taking what they built in the first one to the next one, and going to continue doing things with it. And it's like a box or some type. It's pretty neat, though. Of course, with the Southern Woodworkers, they got a ton of people in that group, and they got that map of everybody. And there's a lot of us that are off of Interstate 10.
Yeah, bunch of people
here going. I'm just about right on Interstate 10. I'm almost on the Gulf Coast.
Man, you are a long way away from me.
But no, I'm not as far as Brian, by God.
Yeah, Brian. Was everybody
Brian,
covered on the bucket list, by the way?
10 hours for me.
Well, everybody but me. But nobody wants to know what the heck I got to talk about.
Tell us about your bucket.
Brian's shop. July.
You go in Brian's shop in his backyard, you be one step from Mexico. That's how close he is.
Sorry,
yeah.
senor.
I could throw rocks at the Mexicans over there.
Oh, man, come on now.
Get out of my yard, vato.
It's all right. They throw it back.
I kick your butt, Holmes. Inspired Woodworks has joined the chat. Hello, sir.
Hello, hello.
I always forget his name, and I'm ashamed. I think it starts with a D, but go ahead.
You know, one of those fancy desks that has the roll top. Matt Cremona made one.
Oh, secretary.
Oh,
Yeah, secretary desk. Now Tommy's building one, I believe.
Tommy G?
No. I don't know what he goes by. His name is Tommy. Oh, I can't think on the show. Why do you guys do that to me?
It's fun.
No, he just did a shop upgrade. He expanded his shop. Name's Tommy.
Tommy G?
No.
No,
No,
Tommy
not
Mac?
Tommy G. Not Tommy
Barney
Mac.
German Mac.
Oh,
Well,
The
I
only
was
other-
guessing. Good God on a stick! Why don't you freak out or something?
No, funny, Brian, there is a Tommy Mac up here who does a show on Facebook. Doesn't do it on YouTube. He just built a bigger shop, and he's in the middle of building a desk.
yes.
Mm.
So
What's his
that's why I thought
name?
we talking about him. Tommy McDonald. And
Is it
he-
McDonald?
Yep. He
Lord
went
knows I
to the
ain't gonna
North
guess
Connecticut
again.
School, and he's very, very, very talented woodworker, but he's a bit full of himself. So it's one thing to be full of yourself and horse around about it, but he actually thinks he's better than everybody.
Oh,
No, not Tommy Mac. What's his name?
well, I know.
I think.
I was talking earlier about Andy Berkey. You wouldn't know it to look at his channel because he actually doesn't post that much. But I've seen some of his actual furniture, and it is
Mhm.
stunning.
Now I can't find him in my list. I know I just watched him.
Did y'all know that Jerry Brown's a square? Look at him.
It was a circle. Are you in good shape? Yeah, round is a shape. I'm in good shape. My comedy
He
career.
always talks, get out the shop, make something.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Just about every maker says that. I know David Pachuto says it, or a whole bunch of them. I don't know. I'm not going to guess because I'm tired of getting yelled at.
I know. Give it up.
Uh,
He'll figure it out later.
Well, Brian, what's your bucket list? Oh, no, that was the desk you were talking about. Never mind.
yeah, the secretary desk. I want to build one of those.
What are you gonna do it for? What are you gonna use it for?
Laptop.
Things you use a desk for $300, Bob.
They don't come with the best
Alex.
secretary.
Alex.
Alex, sorry. Tell him what he's won. Let's see, we turned off the slow-mo and they're still poking out there. Come on, folks.
Yeah, the shaving wood workshop.
Saving wood?
The shaving wood workshop.
Okay.
Let's
Well, I'll
see
tell you what.
here.
Y'all don't put your channels down there in the description here. I'm gonna get in trouble again for not subscribing. So y'all put your subscription down there.
Charles Daring Scroll on YouTube. Please subscribe.
I already got you.
Oh,
I think.
uh-huh.
Says
Yeah, I'm-
build something
I was
awesome.
I was subscribed to Chris before he changed over. I got to go see if I'm subscribed to him now.
I've had a lot of friends I've been talking to in Hangouts, and I will go and see. I've been talking to them so long, I just assumed I was subscribed and realized I wasn't. And I'm
Yeah, see, I'm way behind on that.
And you
That's
guys,
right. I'm
you
with-
guys know Tommy, right?
I
Nope.
don't know.
Nope.
I know Tommy G, but that's the only Tommy I know.
Is that the one you were thinking about, Chris?
No.
Yeah,
Anyway,
different guy,
he's building a desk. It's right here.
M&M's?
Jerry Brown said he crashed hardcore. He's in the outside chat. Katie Dotson says, I ought to post pics of a desk that I have here and let y'all go at it. Much easier than a roll top. By God, do it, Katie. Now that you have Facebook. Katie Dotson is on Facebook, folks. By God, friend her.
Put her on the camera.
Hey,
I threw a whole bunch of friends at her when she got on there.
Anyway,
Well, you're back.
Next topic. Okay, Inspired Woodwork says you can find me at Inspired Woodwork. I think he spelled it wrong, or maybe not. Inspired Woodwork SWI on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Again, that is Inspired Woodworks WI. Maybe it's Inspired Woodwork Wisconsin or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Inspired Woodworks WI. And Katie Dawson says this is an 1890s Dutch-made pine desk. Sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like he froze, didn't it?
I'm on the
Wake
YouTube
up
chat,
the
so I can't see what's happening in the room.
Wake up the host.
I got a
Well,
funny
I
story
I just got a comment that I don't really appreciate.
on the YouTube chat.
Uh,
I didn't.
not the chat. It was a comment from that Rusty Nails guy.
Oh, the one you blocked. Okay.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
wanted to know if I'm a dude or a chick and what's with all the bug bites on my arms.
You know what, Brian? Ignore him. By giving him the time of day, you're giving him exactly what he wants.
I've been guilty of that too, Brian. They do it to get under your skin, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So just don't even worry about them. They do it because
Yeah.
they're jealous that they don't have a show or that they don't have a channel.
It just bothers me though because he ain't the only person that does that, and it really gets to me. Yeah.
You're human, though. I mean, nobody falls for that, but it's easier said than done. But just try not to let it get to you.
Oh,
And I have a lot of room to talk because y'all saw me a while back getting a little bummed about the channel thing.
I'll get over it. This is a woodworking show. We're supposed to talk about woodworking, not my sex or gender
Yep.
or how many damn bites I got on my arms or
To
how
be clear,
big I am.
yeah, to be clear, this is not Rusty Nails with a Z or Rusty Nails, the normal Rusty Nails in the chat. This is another Rusty Nail.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a jerk.
Yeah, he's a butt nugget. That we'll just leave it at that.
His icon looks like a backwards R with an N next to it, looking like a nail goes through the thing. So
yeah, there are two Rusty Nails out there. Never mind. Just know that there's a regular that joins the chat's name Rusty Nails with an S. That's normal. He's a good guy. And then we got Rusty Nails here, Russ Meadows, that are good people. So just don't get them mixed up. But let's not give him the attention he wants. But although it's your show, Brian, you got a lot of people that love you, and you got 15 people watching now that could be doing something else. And by God, we're headed for you.
Charles, I need you to take over for a little bit. My little guy, he needs to potty.
All right, my little guy already pottied. All right, so back to the family show now, folks. I know there are some butt nuggets out there, but I've let it get to me in the past too, and I'm only saying that because we're human, and it happens to the best of us. Some of us let it get to us, some of us don't. That's the only reason I'm harping on the topic. But let's get back to everything. And Katie Dotson's going to whoop his butt for you, Brian, if you ever see this recording. And I'd let her do it, by God.
She talks a good fight in YouTube chat, so I would watch out for her.
Yeah, I want to say so many things because I am personable with people, and I'm an open book. But I'm trying to keep the show on topic. We're all human here. He's trying to have fun, trying to do a show, trying to, give people another avenue, if nothing else. Have fun out in the chat. Every now and then pay attention, throw a question or whatever. And I'm guilty of it too. But anyway, so we were talking earlier about favorite woods. He asked me what my favorite wood was when it came to the entertainment center. What are y'all's favorite woods to work with?
I like cherry. I do a lot with cherry.
I think grain.
I'm gun shy on buying any kind of exotic woods, only because if I mess it up, that's a pretty expensive piece of firewood now.
Yeah, exactly. No, he's not in there anymore, Jim.
Mostly with pine, and without I can recycle or rescue from scrap piles. And I don't know if you saw the cup I posted, I gave away as a birthday present. The dark wood in it was walnut. It was walnut, and that came from an old medicine cabinet we ripped out of the bathroom. So
that was a neat job there. That's a nice looking cup.
Thanks.
I hear you on that, Chris. I'm afraid to experiment with quote unquote exotic woods. I mean, pine is dispensable, so to speak. As far as keeping up with the chat, Jim Brashear's the jerk is no longer in there. He was blocked earlier, but he made a comment to Brian. Katie Dotson, have you ever seen a 6-foot 2x4 in the hands of a 5'2"? No, but I bet that's a hoot. Robert Evans says walnut and oak. I think oak has its place. Walnut is gorgeous, but one of y'all talked about cherry. But to me, cherry doesn't have a pretty grain. It has a pretty color. But to me, that's the extent of it. But I don't see a lot of figured grained cherry. But that's just where I'm at. Inspired Woodwork says he loves walnut, but second is alder. I've never worked with alder, but I believe it's a very light colored wood.
Yeah.
And Jim Shear's too bad. I was going to ask him to yell down the hall and have his mom bring him another Ovaltine. See, we're ordinarily you're supposed to ignore the jerks, but now the jerk, we're only saying jerk because it's a family show. Trust me, I got a few choice words I'd like to give you. But Brian's a good-hearted person. Not all of us are perfect, but Mr. Sir, if you'd like to start your own show, we'll come watch you and then tell you how stupid you are. But anyway, I don't like a bully. Anyway, walnut is hard to come by here, and agreed, Robert. I don't have any kind of lumber yard near me except for a place that sells cedar posts. I would give my left arm to live next door to a cabinet shop or something, or someplace.
I actually do have a lumber yard close to me in my town that and I've recently started using. And but they don't have everything. They don't have they don't have the exotic. There's a town 30 minutes or so from me that supposedly has that type of material, and I haven't been there yet. I need to.
Yes, you do need to, because you need to see me again, and the rest of it speaks for itself.
Yeah, I meet you halfway.
My God, that's how we done it the first time. Inspired Woodworks, I believe, is referring to alder, like we were talking earlier. He says, "Yep, light reddish in color, hard maple grain pattern." I thought it was a little blonder than lightish red, but that tells you how much I know. Chris, you're the one that said cherry was your favorite.
I did.
Rusted. Okay.
Yeah.
Very little splintering. That makes sense.
The cherry for me is for the smaller decorative stuff that I do.
Yeah.
I use cherry in that, and I've some of the plaques I've done, I used a lot of cherry. I'm actually switching to pine for some projects I'm working up with now, some select pine, and that looks like it's turning out good. But I used to use from my signs and stuff, I used a lot of cherry, and once it's stained and stuff like that with the man, it's beautiful.
Well, Robert Evans is saying he has cypress out the yin yang. It's probably like most of us have of pine,
Yeah.
But the thing about cherry with me, I think cherry is one of those woods you can get away with staining it, and it's okay. But you can also get away with not staining it. I guess it depends on the look of that particular thing.
I have stained them, and I have with Danish oil, and I have also just clear coated them without any stain whatsoever.
Yeah.
And either way, they turn out pretty stinking nice.
I've never seen cypress. I don't know what it looks like. And Inspired Woodworks. I'm so sorry, I keep forgetting this guy's name.
Light color.
He's talking about bamboo. I've seen that. It's real stringy, for lack of a better word, as far as the grain look. But I've never worked with it. But I hear it's very hard. Like they make some cutting boards out of it.
Jesse
Have you guys either worked with have either one of you worked with Red Heart?
have not.
Red Heart. I've worked with very thin pieces of it, but never big bulky.
This chunk that I got down in Atlanta, and it's going to be a ball someday, but it's heavy as hell.
So it must be like Purple Heart, because the Red Heart I've seen was actually very red, so it must be the same thing when it comes to.
Well, it's also covered with wax, So.
Yeah.
But I'm imagining it's hard as hell from the weight. So
yeah,
I want to know how much it costs you to ship them bags of all them blocks of wood you bought.
I put them in the suitcase. Put them in the bottom of the suitcase.
We got to factor in my gas money to meet Russ halfway to hand off the wood. And that's what we do. We love to give to each other. But Jim Brashears is saying we have pine and oak growing like weeds out here. Here in Gatesville, Texas, which is about 45 minutes from Waco, what I see most is definitely traditional, just regular old cedar trees. We got my parents about 40 miles away have a lot of mesquite, pecan. Pecan, I believe, is the Texas tree.
I got one in my backyard. I like.
Or mesquite is a beautiful wood. When you cut that stuff, it smells like leather. I love it.
Tastes good
Really?
in barbecue.
Yeah, my God. The bamboo inspired
That's
work with was hard enough to put Purple Heart to shame. Wow, I did not know it was that hard.
I know that Jesse Brown lives over in Breaux Ridge, Louisiana, just off I-10, and he did a gun rack. As a matter of fact, I think he's just finished it up and was looking for staining that he wanted to put on it and asking for questions on that. But he made it out of cypress, and it's a lighter colored wood, but it's nice. And there's
What would you
there's a lot
compare
of
cypress? What would
I'm
you
not
compare cypress to visually?
Jeez, I don't know what you would compare it to. It is a light colored wood.
Would it be something like poplar, maybe?
No,
More
it's
like
not.
fur.
Yeah,
Fir,
something
yeah.
like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's really
It's,
light.
it's
and
a light
really
colored
soft.
wood, and it's in his neck of the woods. There's a lot of cypress in that area.
I haven't seen a cypress or fir. I believe they're both relatively common.
If you look up Jesse Brown on Facebook, you'll find pictures of his gun rack, and he did some Indian heads on it, Indian chief designs, and some kind of Indian designs all over it. And all that cypress, boy, it looks nice. Check him out.
Most of the woods I discovered were back when I was turning pins. I mean, obviously it's cheaper to get a pin blank than a big old bowl blank, but flame box elder is gorgeous. And that's I don't know if you can make furniture out of that or not, but it's a dang pretty wood. Wingy is another one. It's
really hard wood.
If you kind of zoom in on it, it's got dark brown, almost completely parallel stripes.
It's a pretty wood, but it's hard.
Yeah, the
You go
Picote.
through a lot of saw blades on a scroll saw to cut that stuff.
Brian loves ash. Everybody loves ash. Sorry, G-rated show. Sorry, leave it to me.
And off the deep end again.
That's all right. I stay there. I kind of have to jump in the shallow end every now and then. But what are some other? There are some gorgeous woods out there, and I just there ain't enough money in the world for me to get everything I want. I mean, I've sold tools that I've required after saving for years to get a better vehicle, and I don't regret that. But I mean, I no longer have a bandsaw, and that's why I haven't done a lot of lathe turning. And I publicly want to thank Russ Meadows. He's the reason I have a lathe. I think he regrets it now.
I
Because
wouldn't have been able to make a pin in my little shop. There's no room.
yeah, he had it sitting around. It was gathering dust, and I was like tickled to death that he gave it to me. And I'll never be able to, quote unquote, repay him. Although we figured out a way to do that.
You know what's some pretty wood?
Figured out a way.
What's that?
What'd you
The
say?
Paw Pharaoh.
What was that?
Paw Pharaoh.
Paw Pharaoh?
Uh-huh. That
I've never
and
heard of
zebra
that.
wood.
Zebra wood is
Never heard of
gorgeous.
It looks a lot like those two.
Well, the one I've never heard of.
Yeah, it's real
You looked it up
dark
on the internet or
brown.
something? You looked it up on the internet, didn't you?
No, Dale Weinke, he sent me a Paul Farrow blank.
I miss
And
Dale.
boy, I tell you what, that was a pretty wood. I just love it.
I miss Dale. I haven't talked to him in forever.
Yeah, he's got a kid now.
Wow. We need to
Yeah.
get him on one of these hangouts, man. I miss him. Just to keep up
Yeah,
with the
me too.
outside chat, if you don't mind. Robert Evans says, never mind. It's not the family-friendly thing. Unless he was being sincere, he likes ash. Emily the Emily
No,
the
he
Rat.
likes some good ash.
Okay. I was trying to filter it a little bit, but Emily the Rabbit. Emily the Rabbit. I believe Emily the Rabbit is the one that did the Zelda sword a long time ago during a contest. I could be wrong. It was some kind
Yeah,
of
she
sword.
was.
And
It was in one of my contests.
yeah, it was a long time ago. I haven't seen that name there forever. Welcome back.
Did that sword.
Yeah, she loves mahogany. Jim Brashears, which is telling the truth, says the lathe is the cheapest part. Niantic River Woodcrafting with Chris Nealon. Anyway, he says, good evening, howdy. Inspired Woodworks. In one of our current salvage jobs, we found some, I think, very heavy heart yellow pine. I don't see that very often either, but it's a very rich yellow.
I like Osage. That's pretty cool.
Osage orange. Here in Texas, we call it Beaudark. It spells like the French bois BOIS, comma DARC. It's almost like a school bus yellow. It's between orange and yellow, and it's so beautiful. It's hard as heck, but it's beautiful.
Yeah,
Bucket list.
Neantic River Woodcrafting with Chris Nealon says bucket list, resin casting, ordered a bunch of Alumilite today.
Oh,
Yeah, I would like to do that someday too.
yeah. Watch
But in the
out, David
meantime,
Gunn.
I got David Gunn.
Yeah, what happened to David Gunn? I know we lost Jerry due to a crash, but David Gunn just don't love. Yeah, that's how you spell it, Jim. But there's a space after the D, I believe.
Sweet gum, Katie says.
Sweet gum, the only ones I've seen were relatively bland. But have y'all ever heard of hackberry?
Yeah.
And now, some hackberries are just straight blonde, but when they get spalting, a lot of people don't know what the spalting actually is. When you see the black streaks in the wood, that's actually a fungus in the wood, but it makes it gorgeous. And that's one thing hackberry, if you can find a good piece of it, it's got beautiful, beautiful spalting in
I
it.
tell you what, when you got spalting going up your wall, it don't look so pretty.
No, it ain't.
No, there's just some place you don't want that spalting.
I had a hackberry tree next to my house, and it got so irritating I had to chop that thing down. And I told the guy, come take this crap out of here. See, I was before I was into the woodworking scene.
Yeah.
And I let the whole tree go.
I know one thing that changed when I started doing lathe turning. You have a big new appreciation for firewood. You're afraid to use it.
Oh, tell me about it.
For its purpose. I mean, it's like, I'll stay cold. That's too pretty to burn.
Yep.
So I got a big pecan tree in my backyard that I want to take down. I want that thing out of my yard bad.
Well, by God, do it. Jim Rashears wants to know where you live, by the way, Russ.
You said
Oh,
pecan?
you want my pecan tree?
I want some of that too.
I have had guys come over here and give me quotes on cutting it down, and see, it's over a power line on one side.
Oh,
And they want over $1,000 to cut the tree down.
Yeah.
And I said, no thanks, I'll take care of it myself. I'll take it down piece by piece.
Mulberry tree, huh?
Oh boy.
Who was that? Inspired Woodworks, and also Katie Dodson was saying spalting adds a lot of character to any wood, and I fully agree. Robert Evans, never mind. He was wanting to know where you lived, Russ, and I believe you live in Beaumont or real close to it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and the other Russ lives in Mulberry, ironically, Mulberry, Florida.
Yeah.
And I don't know what he wants to reveal publicly, but the reason why Russ Clarity is not here is his neighbor had a death in the family, and he's been really close to that family, so he's dealing with it himself as well as consoling the neighbor. So we will hopefully see him next week. Russ is a good feller, and he has good friends. And
Oh, you're winding up the time, buddy. Going over.
Well, I got a quick announcement, and then I'll pretty much let everybody go. I know I was supposed to start the Birdhouse Challenge on the 1st, but the official Birdhouse Challenge of this year starts June 12th.
that's my birthday, seriously.
And then it runs until the 30th.
All right, y'all, on my birthday, send a bunch of money and then start on a birdhouse, all right? June 12th. Wow. Yep, that's my birthday. So June 12th, build you a birdie house.
Yeah.
What are the rules
so
there?
far, I have one sponsor. I'm sure to get more, but Jack Clamp kit is being donated, and those are pretty good clamps. I pretty much the only clamps that I use, and
I can always use that.
I don't know what the value of them are now, but it's pretty expensive, so it's a good clamp.
Now, Brian, if you get any people in the contest that are scroll sawyers, I will donate 20 scroll saw patterns of their choice as a prize. If it only matters if they're scrollers.
All righty.
Other people may not give two craps, but some people can use it on a CNC. But June 12th is when it begins. What are the guidelines, or do you know them yet, sir?
Guidelines, keep it bird friendly inside the birdhouse, just in case you're going to use it as a birdhouse. Outside of it, I care less. most creative, most time put into it. You just common sense. You'll know who will win.
Okay,
And
are they allowed to use plans, or does it have to be like out of the brain?
you can use plans. You can use any kind of material as long as it's bird safe.
Okay.
Just to let everybody know that last year's winner had a smoking chimney in it, so that's been done. Do something else.
Was that who was that last year? Let's
did that.
That was Russ Clarity.
yeah, I was gonna say
Santa Claus looking guy.
let's list some of the memorable
But
ones.
I thought that was 2 years ago. Who won
I
last
thought it
year?
was last year.
I remember Sterling won one year, didn't he? Jerry Brown won one year.
Yeah,
thought it
Jerry
was
won one
Russ.
year.
Russ won it last year.
Uh,
He had the smoking chimney.
Sterling came in second, I believe.
Inspired Woodwork said he'll donate a bag of sawdust. We appreciate you, buddy.
I got about 50 pounds of that. If anybody wants it, I'll donate that to him.
Was it Dale Wanke? I can't remember how to say it.
No,
What? No, I mean not that one, but he did one where he did a bunch of logos around. Somebody did one that had a bunch of logos around the outside of it. Was it Jerry? No. He had a bunch of YouTube woodworkers logos on there.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
can't
it was.
remember.
I only remember it because my name was on there. I thought it was kind of cool. I don't believe it was Cy. I miss Cy as well. That girl's a ball of energy. She's a sweetheart, and I miss her having her. On.
Yeah, Sai. She won the Birdhouse Challenge.
Oh, okay.
That's right. Yeah.
So again, folks, June 12th until when, Brian? The end of June?
Till the end of June, and then I'll pick a winner, or the winners, I should say, on July 4th.
July 4th. So right before you do your fireworks and bear and keep your guns at home. It's a tradition for some people, fireworks.
And
guns.
I'll announce the winners. You don't have to attend anything to win, but I'll figure something out to celebrate and let you guys know who all won.
All right, June 12th. That is
And
my.
I'll keep everybody posted as soon as I get more sponsors.
Yeah, y'all keep on Summer's Woodworking, this channel you're watching this video on, and just remember, right after you mail out my birthday present, you send your video to. Did I mention it was my birthday? I'm not sure. But Brian,
you know what? You try too hard, Charles.
Agreed, but it'll eventually get me somewhere. Now, Brian, do they send it to summerswoodworking@gmail.com?
Yeah, at gmail.com. That's correct.
For real, see who's on the ball. That's me. Whose
Yeah,
birthday?
you're
Mine.
on top of it, man.
I'm trying so hard. It is my birthday. Send me money. Anyway,
But I'll get an official
He
announcement.
collects stardust. Charles collects stardust of all kinds of ways.
Yeah,
Yes,
Russ Clarity, he wants sawdust. You can mail it all to him.
yeah, and
I got plenty
we'll
of it.
dedicate the birdhouse song to him. Just make a birdhouse, any birdhouse. I
All
can't
around
think of it.
me and in the air.
Oh, these damn birds are pissing me off. Sorry. Okay.
That's
Uh,
kind of funny.
Anyway, that's all I got for this week.
Thank y'all
next-
for watching.
Next week, I would like you guys that are watching and you guys that are participating, send me a link to a video or some pictures of a project that you'd like to share on the show, and we'll do a little show and tell.
And by God, if some of you'd like to be on the panel, I'm pretty sure Brian might leave an opening for you.
Yeah, just let me know in the comments or just get a hold of me on Facebook or email me. It don't matter. That's all I got for this week, and I want to thank you all for stopping by.